I am here with your Golden State champion, Joey Lancaster. Joey, you've had one hell of a year, but last month you partnered with Eddie Islas against the Redondos, and you took your first loss. How are you feeling about that?
Let me clarify this before the narrative sways in the wrong direction. Up until this point, every single person that was lined up in front of me, including Jake Redondo, left with the same disappointing look on their face. There is not a single person in that locker room that has the capability of ripping this out of my hands. So now let me tell you what actually happened last month at the anniversary show. Jake convinced the Hall of Famer to return, and he handicapped me with a straight-edge disappointment. That's what that was. That wasn't a tag match. That was a handicap match. A 3-on-1 handicap match. That's the only way that Jake can beat me.
It was a 2-on-2 though.
It wasn't 2-on-2. And then he had the audacity to get on the microphone and brag to everybody about how he pinned me. That he proved that he can beat me. That's not what he proved. He proved that he doesn't have a pair of nuts between his legs. The truth is that is not the person that should be representing this company. Is that the kind of guy that you want as your champion?
Hey.
Because I wouldn't. And for some reason, so many people are obsessed with Jake Redondo. They want to see the childhood story happen. They want to see whether or not he can be just like his dad. Or whether or not he can make his dad proud. But that is not what's going on right here. This isn't about Jake's childhood story. This is about the 17-year-old kid that stood outside of those training doors hours before anybody showed up, just so we could be the first person in that ring. The same kid that had to be pulled out of the ring every single night and told to go home. If you want a story to tell, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about a flawless kid, perfect, surrounded by envy and jealousy. And it's because of that jealousy that he was thrown in the dark, chained away, and became the biggest kept secret in the world. Jake doesn't know what that's like. He's an only child. You know what that means? It means from the second he opened his eyes for the very first time, he had all the attention just given to him. He was sheltered. Everything he ever wanted, he had. At night, he laid in bed and they told him that he could be and do anything he ever wanted. And he decided he wanted to become a professional wrestler. So the day he decided to walk in through those doors, they were propped open for him. A clear path to my Golden State champion. And he had 2 opportunities, 2 chances to take this away from me. And he lost. Now, did he take his loss as a man? No, he didn't. He whined and complained. That's the type of man that Jake Redondo is. He's the type of guy that when things don't go his way, he runs on home and cries to Papa Redondo, begging him to make the big bully go away. I did everything by myself with the world against me. I ripped the chains off the ground. I walked into the 17th anniversary show and I became the Golden State champion. I did that. I became the biggest piece of treasure in the world, the grand jewel in professional wrestling, the man with the aura. I took an overlooked champion and I brought it to the main event. That's what this is about. This is not about Jake. This is about me. Jake wants to be just like his dad. His dad has a bunch of golden frames up on his wall, a bunch of stories. Well, Jake, if you want to be just like your dad, fine. May 24th, Vista Boys and Girls Club, you get to hang your first golden portrait. And when you got your family over and you got your friends over, you're going to have to tell them that you're so naive and so stupid and thinking an overhyped Nepo baby could compete with a god.
What they don't know is the bull, the drama, the guns, the armor, the city,